All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a question that sounds so simple on the surface, but believe me, the answer is going to take us all the way to the edge of the cosmos and back to the beginning of time.
So what's the deal? Is there just like a number? A daily birth announcement for new galaxies? Well, as you're about to find out, the universe is, well, it's way more complex, and honestly, a whole lot cooler than that.
Okay, so first things first. Before we can even think about a birth rate, we need to do a head count. I mean, we got to know how many galaxies we're even talking about, right?
And just look at how our view of the universe has changed. It's wild. For a long time, with Hubble, we thought we had a pretty good idea, a couple 100 billion. But then in 2016, a new way of looking at the data showed, wow, we were basically missing 90% of them. They were just too faint and far away. That discovery blew the number up to 2 trillion, and now, with the James Webb Telescope, who knows? It could be even higher.
So, for our purposes today, let's just stick with the current conservative number, 2 trillion. Yeah, that's a 2 with 12 zeros after it. Try to wrap your head around that for a second. It's just mind-boggling.
Now, you might be tempted to do some quick math here, right? 2 trillion galaxies over 13.8 billion years. That works out to, what, one new galaxy every 2.5 days? Sounds neat, but here's the catch. The universe isn't some steady, predictable factory pumping out galaxies on a schedule. Oh no, its creative energy has changed a lot.
And that brings us to the real heart of the matter. We have to ask ourselves, what do we even mean when we say a galaxy is born? Because it's not like one single event.
You see, scientists have a few different ways of looking at this. First, you have the OG method, right after the Big Bang, what they call primordial collapse. Just huge clouds of gas coming together to make the very first galaxies. Then there's what's happening now, hierarchical merging. It's basically galactic cannibalism, bigger galaxies gobbling up smaller ones. And finally, you can just think about all the new stars being built inside galaxies that are already there.
And this is super important to understand. Those different methods belong to different times. That first method, making galaxies from scratch out of pure gas, that show's pretty much over. Today, the universe is more in a remodeling phase. It's not building new houses from the ground up. It's using the parts of old houses to build bigger, grander mansions. Those existing galaxies are the building blocks.
So, to get a handle on what's happening today, we actually need to take a trip back in time, way back. We're going to the universe's most wild and productive era, a time astronomers have nicknamed the cosmic noon. Think of this as the universe's awkward but incredibly productive teenage years. For a few billion years, the cosmos was just a frenzy of creation. It was churning out stars and slapping together galaxies at a pace we can barely even imagine now. The whole universe was just on fire with new light.
And this chart really puts it into perspective. Look at that difference. During cosmic noon, the star formation rate was up to 30 times higher than it is today. Our universe now, by comparison, is kind of quiet and, well, middle-aged.
Okay, so we've taken our trip to the past. Now let's bring it all back to the present and get our verdict. Now that we know what to look for, what's the actual daily number?
All right, let's start with that first modern definition, mergers. And we're not talking about little fender benders here. We're talking about major mergers. This is when one galaxy crashes into and absorbs another one that's at least a quarter of its own size. The end result is a totally new, much bigger galactic structure.
So, how often do these cosmic smash-ups actually happen? Well, for any one galaxy, the odds are pretty low. But remember, we're dealing with 2 trillion galaxies. So when you run the simulations for the whole observable universe, get this, it works out to about 273 of these massive mergers every single day. But hold on, that's just one piece of the puzzle, right? That's just one way of defining birth. What if we look at it another way? What if we forget about the mergers for a second and just count the raw ingredients, the new stars themselves? How much of that gets made every day? Prepare yourself, because this number is just astronomical, pun intended. Every single day across our 2 trillion galaxies, astronomers figure that something like 200 billion new stars light up for the first time. That's a mind-blowing amount of continuous creation.
Okay, 200 billion new stars. That's a huge number, but it's hard to picture. So let's translate that. What does that actually represent in terms of whole galaxies?
Well, when you crunch the numbers, all that new stellar mass being created every day is the same as building, from the ground up, somewhere between 200 and maybe 2,000 brand new Milky Way-sized galaxies. So even though entire galaxies aren't just popping into existence, the universe is making enough new stuff for thousands of them, every day.
So there you have it. We came in looking for one simple number, but the universe gave us 3 incredible answers instead. Are brand new galaxies forming out of gas clouds? Nope, not really. Essentially 0. Are they being reborn through giant mergers? You bet, about 273 times a day. And is the universe creating enough new mass for new galaxies? Oh yeah, up to 2,000 galaxies worth of stars every 24 hours.
And that really leaves you with a final, kind of profound thought, doesn't it? If galaxies are always merging and building new stars, is any galaxy, even our own Milky Way, ever truly finished? It seems the universe isn't just about a one-time creation event. It's a place of constant change, constant growth, and endless remaking on the most epic scale you can imagine.